High above the clouds, far away from the dust and pollution of the earth, they are floating a sparkling city called Metro City. Honestly, these guys gotta be more creative. Why we got Metro City 2 times in Megamind and in this? And also we got Metropolis. Like, bro, what is you guys' fixations on Metro so much? Anywho, it was a place with flying cars, glowing streets, and robots everywhere. Honestly, they basically in Cyberpunk kids version. Or if you're watching Gachakuta, it's also that, but 500 years in the future. Minus the magical trash weapons. Robots clean homes, cooked meals, and even help teach kids. Some of y'all some real buzz for real, not gonna lie, you probably need this shit. But it's basically I Am Robot. Shit, you don't need to think and you got robots that got you. But this nigga forgot his mom's birthday and got robots reminding him. That's basically us with Facebook right now, bro. I cannot lie. If I didn't have Facebook, most of y'all's birthday I would not remember. And Snapchat too. Jesus Christ. People didn't have to worry about anything anymore. Life seemed perfect. Or at least, that's what they liked to believe. But below the shiny city was a forgotten world. The surface, covered in old junk, broken metal, and the remains of robots people had thrown away. The people up top never looked down anymore. They wanted to pretend the surface didn't exist. In the heart of Metro City worked a brilliant scientist named Dr. Tenma. He built some of the most advanced robots in the world, but even with all his fame, there was only one thing he truly cared about: his son, Toby. But that nigga was consumed in his work and he barely even had time for his son. Crazy. Toby was smart as hell, curious, and always asking questions about how things work. Man's even flexing in front of his teacher, his brain a whole computer for real. I heard he nigga aced this test in 0.2 seconds. What the fuck, dog? Chill. I'm out here struggling to do easy maths like 14 plus 17. I know you thought about it, but it's 30. But see, just that took 2 whole business days for my brain to actually calculate it, bruh. I can't do this shit without a calculator. God damn, and this man's whole brain has calculated itself. Damn. Toby loved science just like his dad, but most of all, he wanted to spend his time with him. The problem was Dr. Tenma was always too busy. Meetings, experiments, and government projects filled his days 24/7. Still, Toby admired him and wanted to make him proud. One day, Dr. Tenma was showing the President Stone, a new power source created by Dr. Elfwin. He also got a big ass nose like an elephant. Not gonna lie, his name sound like an elephant, and his face look like an elephant. No disrespect, but damn, goddamn. So they were on their way, but Toby snuck in to see what's up. The president decided to let him go with him and asked him if he was interested in robots. Robot weapons, to be specific. Like, bruh, already you started off with weapons? Goddamn. He very much was, and he started rambling about some smart sciencey robot-y shit, and man ain't like that. The president's stupid as hell, basically, and that little kid made him feel even stupider. So he ain't trying to have no kid smarty pants making him feel like a dumbass, so he not letting him slide with him no more. Fucked up. But he still managed to find a way in. So they get in, and we get introduced to the blue core. Peaceful and balanced, pure energy that came from a dying star. Alongside it was another energy source. It was called the red core. Pure energy stronger than anything they've ever seen before, but dangerously unstable. Basically Nezha all over again. We got Albe and Nezha 500 years in the future, goddamn. The press was going to steal the energy, but Dr. Tenma warned the president that the red core was too risky, but Stone didn't care. He wanted a powerful robot army to make himself a hero and to win the elections. Man, how far can human greed go? Man literally heard negative energy and saw red, so he felt like King Von and just wanted that shit chaos, bruh, goddamn. So during a huge public demonstration, the experiment went wrong. President Stone pushed out the scientists to load up the red core, and goddamn nah. Y'all already know how much I love me them animated shorties, bruh, cause them animated movies making their shorties make no sense, bruh, goddamn. Like, shit, look at the hips on her, look at the size on her, look at the build, goddamn. I bet I wouldn't understand shit, all this icy shit she would talk to me about, but shit, tell me all of that with your big brain, 4-eye, fat, nyash, mommy, mucka ass over here, bruh, goddamn.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
The robot they powered up went out of control. Man was out here absorbing the turrets and turning them against the people. The crowd ran in terror. Toby, who had snuck in to watch his dad's work, got stuck on the other side of the say-so. And an explosion happened, and when the smoke cleared, all that was left was Toby's hat. Now that's fucked up. Imagine losing your only son like that, all because of a damn mistake that literally could have been evaded. As an adult watching this shit, man, this shit is sad as hell for real. I feel bad for the dad, bro. Damn. Like, I felt it today, bro. Man's lost his kid out of an experiment that just went wrong. This could have been evaded, bro. Damn. Dr. Tenma fell to his knees, holding his son's hat in disbelief. He had everything: money, fame, and even science, but not the one thing he wanted the most: Toby. Days turned into nights as he sat in silence. With all his knowledge, he couldn't accept his fate. If he couldn't bring back Toby as a human, he would bring him back another way. Inside his lab, he gathered everything he could possibly find, tools, every memory of Toby he had, and every piece of technology he could find to build a perfect copy of his son. Same face, same voice, same memories, but made out of metal and circuits. To power him, Tenma used the blue core, the energy of a star itself. When the robot opened his eyes, he looked around in wonder. "Dad," he said softly. For a moment, Tenma believed his son had truly returned, excited to bring him back home again. But as the days passed, Tenma decided to stay home, finally taking in the job as a father more seriously. But it was too late. He was reminded every day that this wasn't really Toby. Still, the boy didn't understand what was going on. He learned, played, and even laughed, but one day he realized he could understand goddamn robots. He tried grabbing them to ask how he could understand them, cause this shit ain't make no sense. To himself, a human understanding robots? So what's going on? While asking the robots, he fell down and accidentally revealed that he possessed superpowers. Out here flying around giving this mean ass hand to the shorty, showcasing incredible feats of strength, digging through a mountain. People stared in shock. Tenma froze, realizing what he made. "You're not my son," he whispered, talking to Dr. Elfin, and Toby heard everything. Those words crushed the boy's heart. Tears welled up in his robotic eyes. He didn't understand. He felt real. He remembered being Toby, but his father turned away. That night, feeling unwanted and alone, the boy flew out the window. The president got notified of the blue core roaming around and authorized a strike force to go and handle that. Upon their arrival, they saw Tenma's son, Toby. They were confused. "Nigga, this is a high-tech city, and we got some paranormal activity? The fuck going on, bro? This ain't The Exorcist." So he takes off, he flew, and they were shook, but they followed him. Shot their weird-ass green gooey thing, bro. What the hell is this? But can't catch this nigga, he too fast with it. Was out here dismantling the robot cannons with his bare strength. Damn. So he gets captured, but fucked all of them niggas up. Real smart and real strong, bro. My man's is too crazy with it. Y'all some adults, y'all can't even handle a little boy. But I can't lie, he's a side boy, he go crazy, but damn. So one of the officers fell, but got saved by Toby. Nigga even peed himself, bro. You see it on the screen on his face. Damn. Understandable though. Shit, I would do the same. The fuck happening, bro? I see this little kid robot picking me up and flying me around though. Fuck. So they was gonna fight some more, but he sent in the big guns and nuked the fuck out this kid, bro. God damn. Giving him the brutal treatment, sending him to the surface. When he woke up, he was surrounded by piles of junk and broken robots. The world below was nothing like the city above. It was rough, dirty, and full of strange people, but also life. A group of kids found him. Cora, Zane, Sludge. Those survivors who lived among the scraps, they thought he was just another kid who'd fallen from the city. Honestly, it makes no sense. A regular kid falling from the city? Bro, you're supposed to die from this fall, bro. That ain't make no sense. How y'all think this is normal? How y'all survive this shit, bro? Goddamn. But then he got taken by the craziest robot squad of the surface, the RRF. I'm playing. These niggas bums for real. But they did one thing right. They became friends with Toby, and they also named him Astro. But then he got, quote unquote, saved by the kids, and they also became his friends. Astro loved being with them. They showed him to their hideout, and this place is a goddamn circus, bro. What the hell is going on? Insane. But this little kid's the craziest out of them all, bro. I'm gonna get to her later on, though. First of all, them kids playing with a damn crossbow, shooting at the grapes on top of this girl's head, bro. What the fuck? They got this little kid. Shorty gifted her a goddamn chainsaw. What the actual fuck did he fuck, bro? What the hell? It made no sense. Bro, you need max level advanced observation hockey just to survive in this place, bro. It makes no sense. But Toby loved being with them. He fixed old machines and helped out around and laughed for the first time since he left home. He even fixed a massive old robot named Zog, giving him fresh squeeze with the blue core's power. Also bonded a bit with Cora, realizing she's from Metro City too. And also, he got a crush on her. God damn, we all like them emo chicks, but for real. But how the fuck did you end up down here, bruh? Like, I don't understand. That fall is supposed to kill y'all. I already said it earlier, but it makes no sense, bruh. Jesus Christ. We understand this nigga made out of vibranium, but you made no sense. Anywho, someone else was watching. Hammock. At first, thought to be a sweet old man. Not gonna lie, he is though. To humans. He had Astro eat with him, and Chainsaw Shorty turned on the TV gunslinger way, goddamn, and cut the damn pizza with the chainsaw. Like, bro, Jesus. Not gonna lie, she my favorite character of the show, though. I can't even lie, she real gangster with it, but goddamn. But Hammock is a greedy man, deep down, who ran robot gladiator fights for entertainment. He subdued Astro into joining his robot games. He knew the secret he wanted to keep all along, that he was a robot. But Robot Games is a place where machines battle for crowds of cheering people. Astro didn't want to fight, but was forced to. So to survive, he did, but he cared. A robot that cared? But Hammock only saw dollar signs. Penny came against a robot made out of the same blood that powers him up, Zog. But he refused to fight him, and after a bunch of bickering from Hammock, Zog wasn't about that life, so he's gonna end him. And also this nigga voiced by Samuel L. Jackson, he said,
I'm old school.
That shit was buck as hell. But he got saved by Astro. It was too late though. Stone had been searching for the blue core all along. He wanted its energy to power his robot. He sent soldiers to the surface to capture Astro. Fearing for his friends, Astro surrendered and let them take him in. Also got this little robot that tried to save him, but this robot been telling the motherfuckers that he a robot this whole time. But at the end, when he was about to get taken away, he wanted him to stay because he bonded with him and he liked him deep down. Back in Metro City, Dr. Tenma saw his creation again. His heart broken with guilt and love. He knew that it wasn't his son and was ashamed of his creation. And Stone demanded that the core be removed so he could use it for war. When Tenma did, he realized his mistake, so he refused to give it back and activated Astro again. Honestly, everything could have been evaded if you just didn't remove the motherfucker's thing at the start, but hey, listen, it's just me. Out of anger and rage, Stone demanded to activate the Peacekeeper, the giant robot powered by the unstable red core that killed Toby at the start. But the Peacekeeper went berserk, absorbing everything, even the goddamn president, bro. Shit. Nigga said it's a robot. It'll do what he says to do. And it sure damn did. It swallowed him whole too, doing so. God damn. Pause though, that sounds a little crazy. He didn't stop there. Cars, buildings, and even other robots, growing larger and more monstrous by the second. Man had President Stone's personality at the same time. Astro realized what was happening. The red core was unstable, and if it wasn't stopped, the entire city would fall. So Astro goes, and even had them little niggas at the start pulling up with him, bro. They gang for real. So he pulls up and is met with the nigga as big as a goddamn city himself. Jesus. And to fight him, nigga had some goddamn arm cannons pull out of nowhere. My man's thinking he Bumblebee right now. Jesus. As chaos spread, his friends from the surface still Hammock's car to go to him, and Astro struggling to handle Big Dog, but he fighting and going crazy. But man keeps leveling up, and Astro doing his best trying to cook him up. Even pulls out goddamn booty cannons, bro. The fuck? Yo, if nigga farts, it's a rap out here. Shit deadly, literally. So he gets knocked away, baseball style, but gets saved by his friends. Got the robot dog driving too. Not gonna lie, he whipping that hoe for real. And I don't know how them kids learn to drive, but some of y'all need them lessons from them kids for real, for real. They out here driving a flying car and they not even crashing that big. God damn. As the fight continues, the city gets cooked and it started falling to the surface. And Astro took it upon himself to protect the city and everyone and dropped it safely to the ground. Shit, there's a reference again. That shit don't stop. Astro started comboing Big Man. He tried to absorb him, but got rejected. Astro was hurt. Then Tenma shouted, "Toby, don't go, you'll be destroyed." Astro turned to him, but heard his friends get taken. Smiling bravely, he looked at his father and said, "I have to go, Dad. It is who I am." And with a determined face, Astro flew straight into the monster's heart, remembering the adventures he's had and his short life. Inside, he found the glowing red core pulsing like a heartbeat. He pressed on against it. For a second, everything went silent. Then a burst of light brighter than the sun covered the sky. The explosion was massive. Dr. Tenma, watching from a window, whispered, "My son." Out the chaos, President Stone came out. I thought this nigga was gone for real though. The fuck? How did you survive? You got absorbed by the man's. Where the space at that you could survive from, bro? You got brought to a pocket dimension or something? Like, it made no sense. Anywho, they found Astro, but his light was out. His body was damaged. Sparks flying from his arms. The energy had drained him completely. Then from the wreckage, the giant robot, Zog, appeared. With the last of his own strength, Zog transferred some of his energy into Astro's core. A faint blue glow began to shine again. Astro opened his eyes. "Cora? Dad?" Tenma smiled through tears. "Welcome home, son." Everyone in Metro City cheered. Cora reunited with her family. Honestly, I don't know how long it's been, but damn, bro, y'all losing your child to the surface? How did that even fucking happen, bro? Jesus. So as y'all rejoice, a Giganosaurus tentacle alien pulls up. Like, damn, bro, is we in Monsters Inc. now? It made no sense. And as Astro's running towards it, his father pulls back and tells him, "Are you sure you're ready?" And he looks back and says, "I was made ready. Real nigga style." Then with a blast of blue light, he soared into the sky to save the people and defeat the adversary. Because he wasn't just a machine. He wasn't just a copy. He was a boy with a heart, one brave enough to save the world, and that's how the legend of Astro Boy was born. The robot who proved that even a heart made of metal could shine brighter than any star. So hey, thank you guys for watching the video. If you enjoyed, drop a like and comment down below what y'all want me to review or to watch next. Cause honestly, bruh, I be out here vibing and watching my old school movies. But if y'all got some any recommendations that I be bumping, that be going crazy, shit, I'm up for ears, you know what I mean? So hey, subscribe today to join the gang on the road to 1K, and we finna make that happen. I'll see y'all in the next one. Ross out.